Whoa, it's red. It is so beautiful.
It's the aurora borealis! Yes!
I've never seen the northern lights this bright and pink.
Yeah, everyone's thinking that it's going to be green, but yeah, red, right? We've got the future of everything tonight. We want to talk about looking up. Round 2 of planet Earth's biggest show is happening right now. The Northern Lights. Space weather forecasters, they say this could be one of the brightest displays of the year, lighting up the skies across the Northern Hemisphere and in more than a dozen states, places like Seattle, Minneapolis, Albany. I mean, epic view. Chicago could also see it. And behind this beauty is this powerful geomagnetic storm triggered by an active patch on the sun during solar maximum. That's an 11-year cycle when sunspots blast off energy into space. This time, it was aimed almost directly at us and enter Earth's magnetic shield. That is our layer of protection against the sun's charged particles. But it's not perfect. Sometimes these geostorms can break through, and it's not just pretty. They scramble GPS signals, they mess with flights, they can even cause blackouts like Quebec saw back in 1989. Watch this.
By the dawn's early light, Quebec was still fumbling in the dark, caught in the middle of yet another province-wide power failure. It caused a rush hour on the roads, even some minor electrical fires under the roads, and for a while left thousands of people powerless to go to work.
And joining us here in LA on set is space journalist Sarah Crudis. Sarah, great to see you. We just saw that. I mean, it's crazy to see the archives because you're like, wait, fires underground. That was before we had all the space stuff that we now rely on. Right?
And that's what's crazy to me, that you were just talking about space weather forecasters. That's a job which we now have. We didn't do that 100 years ago. We didn't do that back in the 80s, 40, or we did, but not to this extent. And we are living in the space stage. We could not go a day without space, for everything from your cell phone to banking transactions. So these things look incredible, but we are on planet Earth, at the mercy of the sun. And the sun has a huge influence on us and other planets in the solar system. So although we get these incredible aurora borealis displays, the northern lights, if you want to call them, which shows that our planet is alive, it also has the potential to cause a lot of problems here on Earth, as if there aren't enough problems already.
Yeah, it's always nice to see a reminder of like the defense system that planet Earth gives us when we look up and we see something like that. And yet, you know, we were just talking about 1989, way back in the 1800s, there was this thing called the Carrington event, right? If I understand this correctly, if something of that magnitude were to hit the world today, like, we would be in a big mess.
I think the fiscal calculations were that if it was to happen today, this huge event such as happened in the 1800s, it would be about $3 trillion worth of damage caused to infrastructure and stuff in space that we rely on. So it is incredible. But as we become more of a spacefaring species, I mean, we are already living in a space age, even if it doesn't already seem like it, we need to work out how to combat this, how to not rely on space constantly, and to how to better forecast. The sun is nearly 100 million miles away, 98 million miles. So we get a couple of days to actually predict when these storms are coming, but we need to actually work out how to live more with our environment.
Does it seem like the space industry is taking that seriously right now?
I think they are. I think we're just on the cusp of kind of like, you know, it's no different to the Mayflower setting sail to America, and then, Columbus and the Mayflower. So you had government industry, then you have private industry going in afterwards. So there's lots of opportunities to push the boundaries of what is possible, but also to make money. And when there's incentives for money, that is when we see industries taking off. So it is something the space industry is taking seriously.
Speaking of which, you know, this is something that so many people across the country are seeing. We're in LA, so like hard to see it. It's hard to see the stars here, right? But how do you look up? How do you see it if you're in a place that it may not have the most clear shot of the sky?
Well, first of all, you need to be away from all light pollution, and you need to be away from the clouds, which isn't great, which is surprising here in LA right now. But there were reports in Bakersfield, for example, one person took their camera out, 15-second exposure, and they actually managed to image the northern lights. They didn't see them themselves, but the longer camera exposure allows you to see them. So it's kind of the next best thing to traveling further north and getting to see them. Reports as well in Florida of people seeing them.
Oh, I'm sorry, Florida?
Yeah,
so people
Florida. People got images in Florida, again, these long exposures on cameras, able to image the northern lights.
That is not northern. That is like Florida lights.
That's like central lights.
Have you seen these northern lights? I've never seen them.
I've seen them a few times, but often in Norway and Iceland and the places you typically expect to see them. So it's a real treat, as long as it doesn't cause any damage, to actually be able to look up and see them. But I would say you see these images, it's not going to look as bright as that with your naked eye. You've got to remember these are photographs, they're taking in more light, so you will see the reds and you will see the blues and the greens, but it won't be as intense.
Okay, and I have to ask, last question, like, what is the human experience like when you see these?
It's just incredible. It's the same as looking up, just a reminder of the part, we're all part of this universe. We get so insular on Earth and with this small planet, and just a realization of there's more out there, and we're just beginning to scratch the surface of what is out there.
It's a bucket list for me. Sarah, thank you so much for
Thank
joining
you.
us. Take care.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.